Hey guys, it's Boki here from Gigi's Fabric Shop, home to Juki and Janome Junkies. In today's video, I'm going to go over why you need a laser light attachment on your sewing machine. So what you can expect in today's video is we're going to go over a couple important things that you're going to need to know. First off, what sewing machine can you even use a laser light on? I'm going to be specifically referencing the SoQ laser that we sell at JukiJunkies.com. So this is the one that we're going to be talking about today. Second thing we're going to go over is who can use this? Who does this apply to? What kind of things do I need to sew, and would this even matter to me? We're going to talk about how to install the SoQ laser so that way you kind of know how to put it on and you'll see it in full effect. And then of course my favorite part of this whole video is some examples, some visuals for you to understand how to use this laser light and how it would apply in your applications of sewing. So first thing we're going to talk about is what sewing machine can use the SoQ laser light. And really the possibilities are kind of endless. You just need to understand how this mounts onto the machine so you can kind of pick a clear and distinctive spot to put it on. But you can put it on your semi-industrial machines, you can put it on your computerized sewing machines, you can even put them on your serters and cover stitches, which I thought was genius since those machines don't really have any sort of like markings on the plates. And of course you can put them on your industrial sewing machines too. So whoever wants to, as long as you have like a clear space to put it, and whoever wants some accuracy, it'll apply to your sewing machine. Next thing we're going to talk about is who is a laser light for? What kind of sewers do you have to be? And my answer is, as long as you're somebody who wants accuracy, you qualify to use one of the laser lights. These things are all about getting accuracy, just being an aid, a helping hand in your sewing experience. So you could totally use this if you are a quilter, if you're just piecing. On the other side, my bag makers are really going to enjoy this. Garment sewers are really going to like this. It's really just a helping hand to get better accuracy and just give you a little bit of a better visual, because sometimes it can be hard to see and keep things nice and straight. So if you're looking for accuracy, this applies to you. Next thing we're going to talk about is how to install. So that is a really important step to understanding this laser light, is just understanding how this gets put onto your sewing machine so then you can make room for it on the ones that you have at home. David did an awesome video on how to set up your SoQ laser onto your machine, kind of walking you through all the parts that are included into the SoQ laser light and how to mount this on your sewing machine. So once you get that visual, you can apply it to your sewing machine at home and find that perfect spot to put your SoQ laser. So watch that video. It'll be linked down in the description below, so that way you can see how this works and then you can put it on yours. And now for the best part of the video, those visual examples. So the first thing I want to show how this laser light is helpful with is getting those accurate seam allowances, because I feel like that's the biggest one that applies to all sewing machines, is getting that accuracy, whether it's a 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, 3/8, whatever you're looking for. That's definitely one of probably the #1 reasons why people use this laser light. So we're going to go over how helpful this laser light is to getting those accurate seam allowances. All right, so the first thing we're going to go over is how to use the light to get those seam allowances as needed. You're going to get this little template with the SoQ laser, and on here this is going to get you your 3/8 and a 1/4 inch. So those are going to be nice, but of course there's those in-between seam allowances sometimes that you might need. You might need 5/8, you might need you can even use this to get an 1/8 of an inch to get really, really close to your fabric, or you could even use it as a 1/2 inch. So, you know, there's obviously more seam allowances than this little guy, but this is a great place to start, especially if you're getting that 1/4 inch seam allowance, which is the most common. So the little laser light is mounted to the right side of my needle. I'm actually on the Juki TL18, so it's mounted in this little section right here, which is a perfect spot because you can still rotate this to be vertical or horizontal, which we'll get into a little bit later in the video. But let's just get a accurate 1/4 inch right now, because that's definitely our most popular seam allowances most of our sewers are doing. So starting in the little angled triangular part, we're going to butt that up right to the needle and center it with the black line, and then we're going to loosen the little laser light here, and then we're going to put it right in the ditch of that cutout on the red, or I'm sorry, on the blue, because the red line is that 3/8, your blue is your 1/4 inch. So we're going to butt it right up into that blue to get that accurate 1/4 inch that we're looking for. And once you have it happily in place, you're just going to tighten it down. Once you have it perfect, there we go. So it's in a good spot. And then you can always double check yourself with like another ruler just to make sure we're in the right spot, make sure everything is good. So now really you would just go ahead and start sewing as normal, so there's no guide. You would just use the machine to help, the light to help guide you. Also, if you're on the TL18, the light is you can turn the light off that's right here. So this little door just opens up and there's a little switch right here and you can actually dim it or completely turn it off. I find that turning it off is kind of nice, especially when you're trying to get that light perfectly where you need it to be. It gives you a nice little visual. All right, and now we're just gonna start sewing, using that light to help guide us and getting that accurate 1/4 inch that we're looking for. So there's our beautiful little stitch out right there. Of course, you could use this light to get you a 1/2, so let's go ahead and do that example. I'm gonna pop my needle down, use my ruler here to help me get my 1/2 inch, and then we're just going to loosen up, move it over to the edge. You just gotta be careful when you're tightening it just to make sure it doesn't move, obviously since it's like compressing. So just make sure, there we go. So here you can see we've done those 2 seam allowances as desired. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this light on so you can just have a little bit of a better visual on those. So this first one was at our 1/4 inch. I'll use my little ruler here. Perfect. This little line right here is our 1/4 inch. This is a fabulous ruler, by the way. This is the 1.5 by 6.5 inch ruler. You've probably heard me rave about this multiple times before. And then our second little seam allowance was a 1/2 inch, which you can see perfectly lines up here. So this is gonna be super, super crucial for getting those accurate seam allowances, because the more accurate you are, the better your project is gonna come together. This is also exceptionally nice for my bag makers when you're working with really heavy and thick layers. This is gonna be nice because you don't have to worry about accidentally bumping it out of the way. Naturally, using bigger seam allowances is gonna be nice too, and you can see it longer versus just using the ones that are on the plate. So seam allowances is the #1 thing you're gonna be able to use this light for. Whatever you need, and you're gonna get it accurate every single time. So the next example that I wanna show you guys is how nice this is for curves as well. Curves can be pretty tricky too, just depends on your preference, but for my garment sewers, you're gonna really enjoy this, doing any curves. Also, if you're doing any like turn out kind of applique styles where they're not raw edge, this is gonna be really nice too. So here I just have like a little mock-up of a curve. I'm gonna stay at that 1/2 inch seam allowance that I was working with before, make my stitch length just a little bit longer. And you can see here that this is gonna be a great way of making sure you're staying with the curve. I actually kind of prefer this over the actual seam guide, because I've noticed sometimes when I do an actual seam guide that I kind of squish up the fabric sometimes. So this is nice because it's gonna prevent me from, you know, squishing it up. You can always stop and pivot as needed. But really nice for doing those curves. I think even more so than any type of seam guide. So here we can see how evenly I was able to get that 1/2 inch, and now I could trim this down at my 1/4. This is also gonna be nice if you wanna do like a basting stitch, you could use it for that too. And then of course, remember how I said you could even move it more into the machine if you wanted an 1/8 inch as well, especially for like top stitching and things like that. It could be helpful for appliques too, to get it really, really nice and close. So it doesn't have to just be past this, it could be, you know, as close as you'd like it to get. So curves is really nice too. Just following along instead of smushing it into a seam guide. Another really cool thing I want to show you guys is how you can move this laser light completely 360. So it doesn't have to be vertical, it could be horizontal, it could be at an angle. You do kind of get this little angler helper when you get the So Cute laser that just slides on like this. And in David's video, he shows you that. But this is a nice tool to help push out the light a little bit more on the side of your machine, so that way you can get those angles, because watch what happens when I start rotating this. Kind of cuts off, all right, and you can't really see it very well. So this would help push out the laser light a little bit more from the machine, so that way you could see those angles a little bit nicer, of course. So you could get 60-degree angles, you can do, you know, horizontal lines if you needed them. If you wanted to get really fancy, you could put another light here and do like a crosshair if you really, really wanted to. But the goal of this is that you can really customize the light to get angles, to do vertical or horizontal lines. Really, the sky's the limit here, and this little guy is just gonna help kind of stick it out a little bit more so you can see the light to your advantage. So however you need it, the light will move. We have tons of really helpful ways that this light is ideal for somebody who's doing quilting. There's a couple ways you can take advantage of this when you're doing 1/2 square triangles, which I actually love this. This was probably the most eye-catching thing for me for this light, because I love 1/2 square triangles. So making my life easier and seeing it farther down is really, really nice. So there's a couple ways you do 1/2 square triangles. One way being that you draw the line yourself and then you sew 1/4 of an inch from both sides. That would, mean that you would have to move the light over at 1/4 of an inch, and then you would follow sewing at that line, or you would keep it centered to this line, or you could put the line right in the middle and not draw at all and just help this guide you. So for this sake, where I didn't draw at all, I would just match up the light to like the center of the needle. So I'd pop that needle down and then I just have it centered. So that way I'm gonna sew from corner to corner without a problem. And I don't even have to do any marking. And as I'm going, I can see the light is perfectly stopping at that corner. So I'm sewing in the right direction. So this is fabulous because you're saving a lot of time and you're not having to draw any lines. So look how spectacular that is. So I sewed from corner to corner. I didn't have to draw the line. It's all about that saving time, that saving factor. And then of course, if you wanted to sew 1/4 inch from those lines, you could move it over at 1/4 of an inch and then do it that way. And you could sew from the 1/4 of an inch from both sides. But that's one way to use it for half square triangles. I think this is fabulous, especially if you're chain piecing a lot of pieces together. You're gonna zoom through those half square triangles. Another really cool way of using the light in quilting too would be to just kind of do like a faster type of quilting style. So if you don't want a free motion quilt, in the ditch is a super popular way to do smaller scale projects. Let's say this was like a little mug rug or something, or just a smaller scale project that I didn't want to like very elaborately quilt. In the ditch, this would be very helpful to help guide you in the ditch. So I could set the light to be in the seam, centered with the needle, right? Centered right with the needle. So then that way, as I'm sewing along, you can also angle this light more towards you. So that way it's longer, which I really enjoy. So like this would be a great way to help guide me with the needle to stay in the seam as I'm doing quilting. Another really nice way of doing this too is once you're in that seam, you could set it to be at 1/4 of an inch from the seam. So like we could set it up like this. So then that way it's set up at 1/4 of an inch, but you know you're gonna be stitching 1/4 inch from the ditch. So the laser light, here I'll turn this off so maybe you see it a little bit better. So that way the laser light is sitting into the seam and now we're stitching 1/4 of an inch. You could do 1/8 of an inch, you could do a half, but this is really nice too, just kind of a faster, more like thoughtless way of having to do things, and you don't have to mark up those small projects to do in the ditch or kind of relatively close to the ditch quilting. So this is actually a perfect example that I found of kind of doing that technique where, so this is the seam of this little table runner that I did, and I want us to sew just 1/4 of an inch from the seam, and that was the whole way I quilted this little project. It was perfect, just something fast. So I set the laser light, to the seam, right? And I can sew 1/4 of an inch that way. I could send it out a little farther if I wanted to, however I wanted to, but this was gonna allow me to do 1/4 of an inch. So it's really, really fast, and I like it because it shows it longer too. This is also really helpful if you wanna do like walking foot style, so symmetrical lines, symmetrical quilting. You could just set it up from the last line. So like let's say you wanted to space this out like every inch. You wanted to do straight line quilting, but every inch. So from your needle, I'm gonna pop the needle down really quick. Let's say like here, and I wanted to do 1 inch. I would set my laser light over yonder, like so, tighten it down, get it fastened into its spot. So now if I had a line here, which for the sake of this, I'll put it at this line. So I have the light sitting in the last stitch that I just did. So now if I started stitching over here, there's that space, and every time I would just keep going. I would follow the next line, and I would follow the next line, and follow the next line. So that way, you don't even have to use anything fancy. You don't have to mark it. You could just set it at that spacing that you want to do your straight line quilting. This is also going to be really nice for any sort of diagonal quilting. Anything where, you're trying to keep the spacing cohesive and nicely separated. This is a great way to do that without maybe doing that attachment. For the TLs, they have that walking foot guide attachment that you put to your walking foot. That can be a little obnoxious because it can also get knocked out of the way, and it's a much larger contraption. So this is a great way to kind of expedite that and keep it a little bit more clutter-free in this area. Another really cool way I thought that you could use this little seam guide is that you could put the light before or after your needle, which I thought was really cool. More specifically in front, so that way you could have the best visual. But the perfect circumstance, I thought this was really helpful, is in bags when you're placing zippers. This is our fun little heart zipper pouch pattern that is free on JukiJunkies.com. So if you want to make one of these cutie patooties, head over to the website and we'll link it down there for you so you can get the PDF. But when you're placing in zippers, sometimes you need to leave like your seam allowances so that way it doesn't end up in the seam. If you watched our zipper video, you understood that as well, so you have that extra room. So for example, in this little guy, I left it from a certain point from the edge, and here it's about 3/4 of an inch. So what I could do is I could set my light. I'm gonna pop my ruler down. I can rotate my light to be horizontal now, and I could set it to be 3/4 of an inch from the needle. So that way, when I'm doing my zipper, and I'll show you exactly what I mean so you get a good visual. 3/4, tighten that up. So it's right at that 3/4 line. So that way when I'm sewing, I have my little exterior, I have my interior, I'm placing the heart on top of it, right? Because I can't see it anymore, but I can still see the edge of the fabric. So let's say I'm sewing along. So that way when this light hits here, I know to stop. So I can go, and when it hits there, I'll do a little back tack stitch. And that was my indicator that I'm 3/4 of an inch from the edge. So that's a cool way of doing that too, is if you need to kind of let yourself know that you need to stop sewing somewhere, a certain amount from the edge of the fabric, that can be your little indicator to say, hey, you gotta stop. So that's a really fun way that my bag makers and crafters could use that feature too. I hope you guys learned something new in this video today and sparked some creativity on how the Sew Cute laser would be helpful in your applications of sewing. There's so many ways, the sky is the limit, but when I was learning about how this was helpful, it was nice to see those visuals. So I hope that did this for you today. In today's video, we sewed on the Juki TL18 QVP. It was a wonderful semi-industrial machine. So if you guys have any questions pertaining to sewing machines or sewing parts or really anything that we demoed in this video today, head over to JukiJunkies.com to learn more about those products, or you can always pick up the phone and give us a call at 813-661-9000 and ask all your questions, or send us an email if you need further assistance. Comment down below what you enjoyed about the Sew Cute laser, and if you have one at home, make sure you like our video and subscribe, share it with your friends. We're always posting new content for you guys on Sundays. So we'll see you next Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.